Well, welcome to another episode of that Tenerife Vlogcast with me, Rick, and another bit of a strange one. I didn't expect to be doing this one so soon after the last one. It's currently Christmas Eve, but it's currently 1:20 in the morning, and I've just finished work and just come out of town from work. And town for me is Las Americas, and it's not too bad. There's a few people walking around. There's a few people in the bars, but Tenerife have had another meeting again today, and they've the big story about it is the mandatory use of masks that they've actually reintroduced, which to me personally feels like we've gone back maybe another 6 months. But however, it is what it is. That's a very popular Tenerife saying at the moment. They're saying the government is stipulating that the mandatory use of masks needs to come back in when we are walking around outside, due to the increase really of due to the increase of the statistics of how many people are now catching it, the rise in the variant that's now out as well. A couple of things I just wanted to bring over to your attention, just to make sure, or just to give you a bit of an idea, just for people who are thinking that maybe they want to come to Tenerife still, or they've got Tenerife booked. Not too sure whether to make the decision or whether they're going to come or not. I'm not here to tell you that now. I'm just here to just try and give you some facts about it. The first thing they've reintroduced in the different levels that we have, we are in level 3. The Canarian Weekly has fantastically reported on this again, and their headline was level 3. The Canary Islands Tenerife stays in level 3 only just. That's due to our rising cases. One of the things that's happened is they've changed the closing times. The closing times in level 3 and level 4 are normally 2 a.m, but they've brought that forward now and they've changed it to 1 a.m. Now, this is the BOC that they get together. Normally, they tend to do the BOC on a Thursday, which is today, but they did it on the Wednesday, most probably due to the fact that Christmas is around the corner. So they're actually bringing the closing time now into 1 o'clock as well. The government is considering closing the nightlife, and they're actually requesting a curfew. That's what they're considering at the moment. That's actually happened in some of the areas of mainland Spain. I believe in Catalonia that's happened as well. They're actually bringing in stricter measures for it. One of the things about this wearing of masks that just needs to be a little bit clarified, which I think the Canarian Weekly have done a great job on, is actually when and where. There's 4 main exemptions that they've put into place here. So there's 4 exemptions when you actually don't need to wear a mask. And this is actually quite important, because if you're a family of 4 coming over, this might be one of the deciding factors for yourself. The first one is while doing sports. Now, I'm not going to say a family of 4 coming over is going to start doing some sports. Me personally as well, not. So it's not really going to affect me. On walks in the open air where you go alone or with a family member or friend, as long as there is 1.5 meters of distance between you. Now, back in the UK, that was actually happening before. Once your lockdown had finished and you were out exercising, I think you could walk around and keep that social distance. So they're asking to put that into place. And if you do that, you don't need to wear the mask. In natural open spaces, that can be taken very loosely. That can be taken extremely loosely of what is a natural open space, of when you need to do it. Personally, I was driving down the road, and the road was 1 kilometre long, and there was nobody on that road on the pavements. And it's like, well, then do you need to wear a mask? I think that's what they mean by that. In a family environment. So again, if you're a wife, husband, 2 kids, family of 4 over in Tenerife on holiday, and you are keeping yourselves to yourselves and you're walking along the front with nobody else around you, I interpret that you then don't need to wear a mask. That's really the interpretation that we've got. The thing about it is now is to see what that's going to be like in practice, and that's going to see what it's like in practice when we're walking down the streets with the local police or with the Guardia Civil, or how they're going to implement and enforce these rules as well, because it's not just the Brits that are coming over, there's also other people from other nationalities that are here as well, and it's how they then interpret the rules as well, and then how the police can actually control that with it. It's one of those ones for me, as I said, it's now 1:25. I just wanted it to be important. I thought it was important to bring this message across to people as early as possible, because people are going to be making this decision of whether they actually decide to come to Tenerife or not. I'm not here to make that decision for you. That's down for yourself, whether you fancy it, whether you want to do it or not. That's clearly down to yourselves. All I want to do is get the information out there to you guys as quick as possible. For us, it is Christmas Eve today. So with that in mind, I'd just like to wish you a happy Christmas and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. For the people on the last video that watched it who've never subscribed to the channel, please consider giving it a go. If you want to click that subscribe button, you can do. It's free, and more of this information will come. Maybe in the next few days there'll be a video. I think we'll do a vlog of actually again what it's like we did the last one, while we're walking around and experiencing it itself, so you guys can get to see the town. and see how that affects holidaymakers and people living here as well, because that might be a deciding factor for yourself. From myself, I'll just say I'm going to bid you farewell, wish you a good evening and a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you on the next one.